playing mono white. It's round 3. We're 2-0. Let's see if we go 2-3. Or what do we do? But I've been liking the deck. I was about to sleeve it up for an FNM, but it's kind of a more casual FNM. I'm going to today, actually. And I was like, man, people just really hate dying to this Helio Ballista combo somehow. Like, that really pains people a lot. And like, oh, so fun. You know, so I decided, okay, I'm going to take it a bit, like, more light and bring... I'm going to bring a Titan deck. Like, the Claimer Titan deck I've never played before. It should be kind of fun to see how can I do with a deck I have not played before. Normally, actually, lately, maybe I got into the bad... I don't know if it's bad or good habit of, you know, playing decks on my FNM that I've tested on MTGO before, so I normally have a lot more experience with the deck than a lot of the people I'm playing against. And that kind of put me maybe sometimes in a, I don't want to say unfair advantage, but definitely in an advantage. So, and it's kind of hard to see, okay, am I the better player here, or is it just that I played this matchup 5 times this week and you've never played it before? You know, like, that happens a lot with monogreen harness skills. People make some silly mistakes, and even I always try to inform them of their mistakes they made afterwards, because I want them to get better, so I mean, you know, they can test me also, you know what I mean? Like, I think MTGO is fine, but the fact is, like, when you play cards, like actual real cards, that's like the real magic, you know, because you need to remember your triggers, you need to pay attention to board stage, you need to look at graveyards, you know, like your attention is much more divided, whereas here is much more focused. And you just need to do the things, and the MTGO will do all the triggering, all the ordering, the ordering you choose, but all the triggering, all the shuffling. So you need to be able to keep, and for me, the real test of a good Magic player is the ability to keep track of all of these things while still playing your A game, right? So what happens is a lot of times, that's why I want like my FNM guys to even get better, even though there's a lot of guys that are really, really good. GP winner, not GP, yeah, there's a couple of GP winners. I don't know if it's gonna come today, but the guy, I think there's a guy that's won at least 3 GPs that come there, so obviously much better than I am. But still, in general, a lot of people make, oh, we are playing against the most likely the Lurus deck. This hand is really decent. I mean, we have Auric Champion. We can curve that into a Stormforge. We are on the draw, but yeah, I think that's, I'm gonna try this. Just go play a deck I have not played before and see how that works. And they're mulliganing, which is good for us. So if they don't have Thoughts, this is great. They do have Thoughts, I guess they'll take the Auric Champion, but then we can follow up with Stoneforge, get the good old... I don't know how good... Oh, it's Burn. What? Is it Burn, or is it like they're playing the Shadow? I thought they were actually playing Godless Shrine, not this, but... So I'll play Plains and pass. Probably play Auric Champion next turn. It can block shadows and stuff. And this is really strong that they start with Bomba Courier turn 1, because that means they can play... Interesting. Okay, they're playing Burn. This is not the... It's not the thing. So anyway, I'm gonna play the Auric Champion. And next time probably play a Talia even. Talia. Yeah, Auric Champion main deck. Right here first, boys. Auric Champion is just such a strong card right now. Like, I mean, it's just insane. Probably like to play Talia next turn, if I could. Or probably Heliod, right? I mean, Heliod with the gain life stuff. Sounds really strong. I'm gonna block one of the Swiss Spears, of course. Don't make the mistake I made before where I actually block a Bombard Courier with Auric Champion. In fun. Ooh, that's Bile. I actually like the idea of playing both Bile and Talia. They're very squeezed on mana, apparently. So I can play Bile first. Play Talia. Talia can block the Moment Courier. And when this resolves, they cannot cast a spell right now. And, you know, take it a bit easier from there. Next turn we can... Yeah. Maybe the Stoneforge Mystic is too better to Bile in at the end of turn. You know? What I'm thinking, clearly, they actually can sacrifice this and draw 3 cards, which is very strong. But from the next turn on, we can block it. So they cannot get, they're gonna keep attacking. So we need to choose. Or they can kill the Talia, of course. They're bolting us. Okay, I'll say always here for now. We're gonna gain 3 lives, lose 3 lives there. Two. Yeah. And pass the turn, and yeah. Might just try to play Helioc when it's a creature. Next turn, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So they are. So this is Burn with Bomat Courier, which is also playing this. I guess they also have Scourge of the Skyclaves. Yeah, they do. So we gain a life. It's a very interesting take. They play a lot more. Maybe I've just been fooled by these 2 cards. The fact that they bolted us. Okay, they cannot cast anything right now. So I don't think they attack. Wow, they do? They cannot cast any spell. I mean, they could cast. Oh, actually, they could cast. They could cast the. Is that called? The growth thing. Right? And then they will make this 3/3, and this would die. But then we can play a second Talia next turn, and it's not the end of the world. We can play Talia and Stoneforge. And trill a couple of times, so it shouldn't be the end of the world. And I could, this is 4 cards, so if they don't have the growth, then this is a good block. If they sacrifice it now, we take 1 damage. No, they just dies. What? Ah, they activated the ability. Sorry, I just missed that. Maybe I should block here then, but if they found the growth afterwards, it would have been pretty bad. So we say okay, we say yes. That's another Heliot. This doesn't add any extra mana right now, but we can do is we could play Stoneforge, or we could play Heliot. Basically, the point is not to die next turn. I think if we don't die next turn, we are in good shape. So these blocks here, these blocks here. Yeah, actually, this can prevent damage on Talia, right? So, good. So I'll play Stoneforge Mystic. Slowly get myself. Yeah, I need to say always, yes, always. You'll do this. Alive. So Maul makes 2/2. This doesn't give liveling, this just makes you draw a card, but this can still block it. I think Battle Skull is just a card right here. And then we can pass the turn. We still have the Talia taxing their spells. And then this can be used to prevent 2 damage that would be dealt to a legendary creature like Talia. So that's very strong. And we keep, like, if they play a creature, we gain life. Yes, so if they play they have 4 cards in hand, that's a lot. Hold the Talia. So this says prevent the next 2 damage that will be dealt. So this is still dies if we tap here. Yeah, there's nothing we can do to save it, right? So we just go. Mitchell's Vowel really strong, of course. If they have the more Battle Rage, I think. Okay, they're checking our top deck, I guess. Yeah. They can cast a more Battle Rage. This could be a 5/5 with 9 damage and 6 that will be. So if we don't block the Monastery Swift Spear, we're actually risking dying to. I need to think here, because if I don't block the Monastery Swift Spear, so this is 6 damage here. So if I block here with this, then this could be at the more Battle Rage that will deal us 9 damage. And 9 plus 6 is 15 exactly. So that's not so fun. So I guess what we can do is block here and block here, even though we lose the Stormforge Mystic. It's okay. That shadow. So when you play all of the Skyclaves, you can attach it to creature you control. You can cast Talia. Cast Heliod. Two cards in here. It would be so much nicer if we could actually violate the Heliod. Because we cannot really cast the Battle Skull, right? If we violate the Talia, then 1, 2, then we have 3. So 1, 2, 3, we only make 4 mana. Okay, what we can do is cast Heliod. I think we could violate the Talia now. Maybe put it here on the Aria Champion. The plus. Pass it turn. So if we somehow, so they cannot cast anything right now. Maybe they can just tap it to lose life, but it'd be super nice if we were able to get this guy back, this guy down, of course. For second Aria Champion would be the best draw. Skyclave Apparition would also be fantastic, just eating a shadow, giving us a ton of mana so we can cast Battle Skull. Maybe it was a mistake blocking the Stormforge Mystic last turn, I don't know. What I'm thinking. We could have Path to Exile, of course. Oh, we cannot cast it. I don't know how strong Stormforge Mystic is in this matchup particularly, but we'll see. Also, if they are very reckless, we could maybe kill them next turn. You know, we can play them all Skyclaves and keep it here. It's +2/+2. So probably Talia blocks a Swift Spear. Then that forces them into casting a spell. And then Seal of Fire, that's very strong. They need to figure out they want to Seal of Fire us, I guess. That will grow this. They want to Seal of Fire even themselves to grow this. So this is okay, black, from a courier again alive. So we put the counter here, of course it's bad. Maybe should put, yeah, of course they would have killed it in response. So we're gonna put the counter here because they will kill the Talia anyway with the Seal of Fire, most likely. And the amount of cards they draw out of the Bomber Courier is pretty insane. Actually, this could block the shadow. So they cannot. If we block here, we can kill the shadow and we take 5. So we take 5, 7, 9, 10. If we block here, we take. I think blocking the shadow is just that much. They can have something that lowers the life slightly. They don't have the Molar Rage. Mutagenic Growth +2/+2 is gonna be 7. 7 + 2 is 7 plus 6, 13, 14, so still don't die. But this doesn't die either. I think you're on the shadow as well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bolt. Damn it. Okay, that's lethal. Okay. That is like it's very strong. We drew a bit badly, we drew all the equipment. So cards are not so good. I think more of the Skyclaves is kind of bad in this matchup. Talia is okay, but not sure. I think Walking Ballistas can go one of them at least. And yeah, I think Ethervile is just too slow for the matchup. I think like this is fine. A lot of removal, Ley Line of Sanctity. That is still pretty good. Stormforge Mystic. I mean, if we play turn 2, especially now being on the play, I don't know if I prefer the Sword of Fire and Ice or prefer this one. Protection versus black or versus red. I'm actually not. I'm just putting it here to try it. I mean, the discarding is not so relevant. So maybe we would like just to have the drawing. Let's see. Yeah. I feel we maybe could have won this game. Opponent just had a bit too much, I think. Like the Bombard Courier, whenever they start Bombard Courier turn 1, you are in deep trouble because it's just so fast. Like it's not so easy to answer a Bombard Courier turn 1. Like we don't have not a lot of decks play removal that is worth it to play against a Bombard Courier. And it's also such a mumpy thing, right? But then if they draw 4 cards off it, the sign is okay because we have a removal turn 1. I mean, it's not. This hand would be better on the draw, but still having removal, having Heliod. You just need 1 land, basically. And that's it. Yeah, the sign is not the best. But okay. I think I would have liked a Giver more than an Unthin-Ice. Or a second Heliod, but they could have a discard spell, so... Not starting with a 1-drop. If they start with a Bomber Courier again, I may actually Unthin-Ice it. It's just that strong. Okay, Thoughts is... Okay, that's fine. I guess I can take the Stormforge or the Unthin-Ice. Or it doesn't make sense to take the Heliod. But we have the Unthin-Ice for whatever they play next turn. Also, one of the things that Bomber Courier allows, and the Monastery Spear 2, is that they put you at 19 turn 2, turn 1, so even if you're not fetching, you will be at 19, so they can play Scourge of the Skyclaves turn 2. They take the Stormforge Mystic, which is rough, of course. Now we pass the turn. As long as they don't have a lot more removal, not missing. I mean, yeah. At the end, we're playing against the Thoughtseize deck, right? So we don't really want to do a lot of the good old. I'm gonna Unthin-Ice anything and everything. I think next turn. Probably a Heliod. I'm gonna do this just so they think we have maybe path. So they're not doing anything. I mean, yeah. I mean, clearly I'm not gonna play the Ranger Captain here. I'm gonna play the Heliod. Just playing the Ranger Captain was playing into the removal. Maybe it's just bolting our face now. Okay. So we probably have Scourges of Skyclaves they're gonna play now, but we can Unthin-Ice it. Yeah, playing Unthin-Ice and Giver doesn't seem too bad if we don't draw land. Or this. Wow. This is a great draw. So we'll play Oreo Champion and Unthin-Ice, I think. Just want to remove it as fast as possible. Then we have 1. So we take it. That. Even if it returns, we gain a life. Yeah. So, I mean, even though it was kind of obvious they were playing into it, but I guess they just realized, okay, this Unthin-Ice will be cast at some point. So, most likely gonna play if I draw a land, I would like to play the Ranger Captain and the Giver, of course. And if I don't draw a line, I'll probably even place the Ranger Captain. But both the Ranger Captain and the Giver make the Heliod a creature, so that should be pretty strong. and gain us a lot of life, so soon the Torch of the Skyclays will not be a creature. We could also play Giver, but the problem is with Giver they will kill it for sure, right? So, oh, that was cool. We get lifelink, but I'm gonna play the Ranger Captain. If they want to remove it, that's fine. I'm gonna put it on the audio champion. So yeah, we look for. I mean, most likely they have a way to remove it, right? But we don't care that much. We can also look for like no, actually next time playing Giver and heal and Ballista sounds like a good play. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna attack with the Heliod. Hold this back. I mean, most likely they will kill the Ranger Captain here. If they had Path to Exile, which I don't think they do, then I can sack the Ranger Captain to not make this a creature. So they have their tier. Begin alive. So we put a counter here. This is a 1/1 now. They actually do play Warrior Terrace this funny. Black. But maybe they thought that they would not have enough devotion. Dismember. Okay. I mean, anyway, it's kind of yeah. They lose the same amount of life. I like holding this back because now they cannot really attack with this. I mean, they play a creature, make this bigger, and eventually just kills them. The fact that we can play 2 creatures next turn is really, really strong, of course. Funny they have wear and tear. Like, we only really have on thin ice. It can be wear and tear. But it's really like, what? This is the power of on thin ice compared to. Of course, on thin ice can be removed. But imagine Path to Exile just giving them 1 extra land. They've been choking on lands the whole game. They don't play that many lands. They are really relying on. Oh, they have Path to Exile. Brutal. Gets to hit us for 1. Or more. Of fire. So, yeah, I mean, them having Path to Exile is really strong. White Splash really coming through. You cannot really play the Walking Ballista because you'll die. Throwing a land would be probably the best, so we can just jam the Battle Skull. Ooh, what? Okay, I guess they have 1 land. Alright, so we can on thin ice this thing. Okay. Come back here. Then we can play Giver. And we can play Ballista. And if they don't answer it next turn, they're dead. They actually have it. Put them at 2, that means that like Giver could actually finish the job if they brick and they don't draw a shadow exactly or something like this. We are 1, 2, 3, we're 2 devotion away. Okay, black. Okay, that's a. Oh my god! Opponent, you're so good at this game, but we are actually decent too. I mean, whatever. Any 2-pip thing was gonna do it there. Cool. So they left the game. We left the game. That was a tough one, eh? That was not an easy one at all. There is. Actually, I'm thinking about the Sword of Sinnoh and Steel for this matchup because there is a power on making an audio champion a protection versus white, I guess. Even on the draw, it's rough. I mean, even though our hand was kind of probably better on the draw than on the play anyway. I think I just like this setup. Not super convinced about the Sword of Fire and Ice. This could be a ballista, but I just don't want to have like only one equipment, I guess. Sword of Feast and Famine, I mean, it dodges more removal, I guess, but the discard is kind of irrelevant. And the draw and the damage could be relevant, like. But yeah, I think we should be playing 21 lands, and I'm gonna add an Emeria's Call and maybe cut something. Maybe a 4. We don't need the 4 ballistas because we don't have ways to put counters on them. Maybe we just need 3 or even 2 and just search for them. But I guess it's good to have as many as possible to combo. Yeah, but this is one of the matchups you're going to be playing a lot. So we gotta. I'm thinking also Celestial Porch would be a good sideboard option. Couple of Celestial Porches. This is a matchup we're going to see a lot of. So maybe we just want to play 2 Celestial Porches as well. Maybe we don't want to have a 4. We would like to have 4 Celestial Porches on the sideboard, and on thin ice basically take it out. Let's see. I mean, definitely games where they don't start with Bombard Courier are much better than games that they do start with Bombard Courier. Opponent is a thinker, though. I'm gonna say that. Opponent is a thinker. Sure. And this is a good hand, right? It has Oyak Champion. It has it kept 7. It has Giver Runes turn 1 even. Even though, you know, turn 1 Giver Runes may not be the best play we could have, but we have Lurus, which is a life linker that can bring back the Giver. Okay, Thoughtseize, I mean, they probably will take the Audit Champion, but we still have Atalia as a pretty good turn to play. This hand is better on the play than on the draw, but I don't feel comfortable mulliganing a hand that has both our probably best card in the matchup, one of the good cards in the matchup, and a turn 1 play. So we just play the Giver. This castle I've never activated yet. I'm not sure if I just want to have it. No cover. I mean, maybe. So now they have a choice if they want. They could play a Scorch. They can't really play Scorch because we are at 20. And that's one of the beauties of our mono color deck. If we were able to play Talia and this survives, which is our 2 big tall order things. By the way, this picture is just fantastic. I just love this art on Talia. They're shocking again. May they dismember and play Death Shadow? That would be extremely strong, I guess. That's a Swift Spear. I'm not gonna block it. I mean, if we block it, they just bolt us, and then they kill the Giver anyway. Maybe they just bolt the Giver. They bolt the Giver. I mean, this is kind of expected, right? We take 2. It's a good draw if we get to cast it. Just hope we draw a line at some point. So we just play a Talia, pass the turn. If we get to 4 mana, getting Lurus and getting back Giver is nice. So they Thoughtseize us. That's strong. That's very strong. And of course we cannot block it now, but still it costs them 2 mana, right? So Talia already doing some work. We're just needing a 3rd land. I'm thinking I'm totally gonna play 21 lands coming over. I don't know if I want to play another of these ones or a 3rd Nykthos. Seeing how things are, probably I don't have that many planes. Oh, yeah. Well, and then I need to get one. I wanted an immediate call. Yeah, that's true. And probably would cut probably one of these equipments. It just doesn't seem that worth it, honestly. Okay, they take the Lurus of the Dream then. We draw the Elliot. Basically, I mean, we don't have a way to gain life right now, but I don't want to attack because I don't want their attacks to be... So they need to cast a spell before they attack. They cannot really... And next turn, Ranger Captain, 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't make it a... No, we need one more. Wow. Ah, look, it lures in hand. Then they cannot cast anything. Why would they? Oh yeah, they cast a Bomber Courier. But then we can block. So that was the beauty of not attacking with Tali, I guess. We can get the Ranger Captain down. Giver down or they don't have anything they can record with Lurus. Getting Giver down is good, but I think getting the Ranger Captain and starting to threaten the combo, it's a good play. Imagine how easy this game would have been if we had the other champion right now. Walking Ballista also allows us to play Goat Giver and Walking Ballista next turn. I'm guessing the other card that they don't have in hand is not that good, because if not, why play Lurus? So that's a land. So that means Lurus and something else is in their hand, which is probably not that good, as I said, because they shock for no reason there. I guess they have a Death Shadow somewhere. That's Lurus. But again, I don't see anything they can record, right? So almost everything they play is an instant, so actually next turn this becomes a 5/5. And I don't think they attack with anything. Of course, the Bomber Courier is very strong turn 1, not as strong after that. It's like a scaring presence, is it? It's like it's carrying presents. It's kind of funny. Ooh, another Ranger Captain. But okay, they know about the Ballista, so I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play the Giver. I think I'm gonna attack with the Heliod. Just put some pressure, and probably Heliod will not be very long from this wall for this wall. Like it will be from this wall, but I guess it will kill something before. Edge. They have one card in hand only. I guess they can block and recast it, I guess, yeah. That's not so sure. Red and black. Dismember? I mean, we can dismember, we can sack this to protect this, so. Cool. So, plan next turn is sack Ranger Captain. They probably have Dismember. They can recast the Bomber Courier, that's fine. They probably have Dismember, so we're gonna sack Ranger Captain and force their hand. And then people back. I mean, they can try to dismember the Heliod, but we can always sack the Ranger Captain, and then they basically have one card left in hand. Okay. Wear and Tear, destroy target artifact. I want to shoot them, or I want to shoot the. I shoot the Monastery Spear. We can jump it with Talia if they don't have another spell. Just gonna shoot. They don't play the Bowmat Courier, so most likely they have, as I said, a Dismember. Ooh. Not being that good at drawing this. I'm gonna play a Ranger Captain of EOS. Oh, this is actually a bad play. And I actually can give protection, right? They just concede. Okay. Cool. We beat them 3-0. So that was nice. I mean, the second Ranger Captain means that the Heliod is still a creature. We just hit them. We attack them a bunch with all our stuff. They are very, very terrible blocks. And then we find a Ballista. You know, we keep the Giver up to counteract whatever they do. So yeah, I think this deck is really well positioned against one of the best decks in the format right now. And yeah, I'm just thinking, I would like another line. I think Walking Ballista is great just to be able to just combo with Heliod, but sometimes I'm like, do we really need 4 of them when we don't have any way to put counters, right? So probably we'll go down 1 Ballista, up 1 land, and keep all the equipment from. I just haven't tested them enough. I have 0 experience with Stoneforge Mystic. That's also one of the reasons I wanted to play it like this, because I have no experience with them. Anyway, while we'll look for a game, I'll take a quick pee break. Oh no! No! Does it count? I have no idea. Oh, the 0! And we are not. Are we on the draw, of course, because we were the last ones to click. I have this theory that if you're the last one to click, you're on the draw. Oof! This hand is just horrible. We're playing the same matchup again. Obviously, this hand will not do it. We're too far away from casting the. I mean, we have other things we want to do before casting a sword. Probably the same matchup again. I was a bit worried. I thought in the beginning we're playing against Burn because they played this, but I guess Burn just plays the. That's like the Dream Star for them, as you can see. We don't have Unthin Eyes on the main deck, so just playing Snow Color Plains, pass the turn. Some Canopy could come to hurt us in this matchup. Hopefully no Thoughtseize or something like that that can take away the Auric Champion. But at least the Ballista can kill the Bowmat Courier before it becomes too big of a problem. Maybe they have a Scourge of the Skyclave. Turn 1 Courier into turn 2 Scourge, which is pass. Cool. So then I'm gonna play my Auric Champion. Now I take the. They don't play Path in the main deck, they play in the sideboard, so Auric Champion is even better. Will they shock for no reason? I could have played the Stoneforge, but they often enable just die, so. I'll probably play Skyclave next turn or play Heliod, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna block these, of course. If they tap out for something, I'll play Skyclave and eat this thing because it's just becoming very obnoxious. I don't want to trade my Auric Champion. So yeah, if they play like a Skyclave, I don't know what they could do. Okay, they get Lurus. Okay, then I'm probably just gonna play the Skyclave Apparition now that I have the chance and kill this before it becomes like a lot of value. I'm sure if I want to attack or just gonna hold on. Probably hold on. I think, I mean, 1 point of damage doesn't make a difference. If they play Lurus here, it's not the end of the world. They have a lot of cards. But just getting rid of the sky, getting rid of the Bomber Courier, it's just so good because we don't need to deal with the flag. What? Lurus of the Dream. Then we gain 1 life. I mean, if they bolt here, for example, then we gain another life, which is kind of nice. They got Misha's Bubble, which is strong, of course. Okay, so we get another life. Kind of funny they did this to a Sky Collaboration. Yeah. So they'll draw 2 cards next turn, which is very strong. Oversealed. Yeah, I'm just gonna play Heliot. It would have been so nice to gain a life from it, but we didn't. You know, what they have in board right now doesn't kill us. They just draw a bunch of cards, right? So if they tap out somehow, then we can kill them with the Ballista. Play it for X=1, give it lifelink. Even then is good. I think probably not play. So put the counter over here. Now we're approaching the 20 life mark, which is kind of good. I don't know what they will do. I will not block the illusion. Fuck that. I'm not gonna block it. Okay, man, I take 2. Take 1. I'm not gonna block this illusion. Ooh, Ranger Captain is strong. We could play Ballista and Ranger Captain. I mean, they for sure have interaction, right? So, it's better to play Stormforge and Ranger Captain, actually. I could also look for the Giver runes to be like pro. I'm gonna look for Ballista. And green, yellow. Could look for a Ballista, give it a counter, and then we can actually kill this dude. That puts a lot of pressure on them, right? To answer this Ballista. And if they shoot it back, we can kill the Ballista as expected. So we can kill the illusion. Card. Push him down. I thought push on the Ranger Captain. That's a lot of. It's a lot of stuff that just happened there. But they can keep drawing cards with Lurus. Just kind of need to hope that they tap out. Or that eventually this becomes so big that they kind of kill it. And now they don't. Okay, Bomber Courier. Get behind that. I could also attack and give it lifelink. So we're at 19. If they play Scorch, they're dead. Okay, they shot, I guess, this in. They tapped. Cycle and Unearth. So we could play a Ballista and trigger it. I mean, I think there's a good chance as any. Cast a Ballista. I mean, that was a good play of playing Ballista last turn, so they thought we didn't have another one. Okay. That's your hand. That's fine. I mean, if like Skyclave or Shadow didn't do anything there. I mean, they just grew our dude. So Vials, pretty bad. And what did I call last time? I got one Ballista and all of the Skyclaves. Which, maybe there's some matchups. Maybe just because I saw this, of course, this equipment configuration from the decksx decks. Maybe there's some matchups where there's merit to it. But yeah, Audio Champion and Heliod are just besties, man. Oh, this is good because we have Leyline and we have turn 2 Talia. We're on the draw though, but still is good. Keep. Pull Leyline Sanity. Nice thought, sees opponent. I mean, they have wear and tear to be fair, so maybe they just wear and tear right away. So that's kind of funny. The good old. Actually, the funny thing is we're actually getting the devotional right from them. So yeah, now they cannot cast spells. Oh, they can cast. Remember. Ooh. Periodic Champion, plays no cover points, pass the turn. Actually, next turn we have 4 devotion already, so this starts kicking in. Boom, Courier. In alive, not blocking. They don't have red mana. That thing was pretty good. I think that was pretty good. They could have path, but I just concede. Easiest game of my life, probably. Holy shit, Leyline, Audio Champion, Sword, with a Devotion, with Nykthos. Oh, this was so sweet. This was so sweet. We give the Devotion, we kill the Monowhite Courier, we just draw a card. Next turn we have 4 Devotion or still. We play the Ranger Captain, give ourselves a Giver Runes, play a Walking Ballista, and we just wanted the instant chance that Leyline of Sanctity completely shut him off. And oh man, this sword was like, okay, they took 3. Of course, it was not so good that they take damage because that means they can cast shadows. But then we kill the Monowhite Courier and we draw cards, so it's like a 2-for-1. Not even a 2-for-1, it's a +2. But we don't use a card, and we use 0 cards. So we gain a card, and the opponent loses a card. That's just a +2. We're 4-0, playing for the 5-0. It's gonna be sweet if we get it. No, this is still a 4-1. That's not too bad. All right. Okay, let's see where we're playing. You can see how common the Death Shadow matchup is right now. Just everybody's on the Death Shadow train. And you will see this happen a lot, that the people will, that could do good, popularity will go up, then kind of the decks that are good against it will start growing, and then they will, like it's a population thing. Okay, we're playing. I guess I clicked first. I wonder if really that's how it works. If you click first, you get the... Oh, this hand is sadly a mulligan. Oh, we're playing against a red deck, but... I mean, if we don't find a second land and we don't play, this is just terrible. Okay, this is better, I guess. We have a couple of lands. I think I'm gonna put Battle Skull back. Right, we can just look for it. Okay, actually it's pretty easy to mulligan with this deck, right? Because you can just put back an equipment or a ballista that you can search for in so many ways. Ooh, that last game was so sweet, man. The Oryx. So we're playing against the probably all red decks, all like the probably think we're on taxes, which we aren't, but more or less. So yeah, we play this here for one. So it's like the 1-drop tribal deck. Deck is pretty popular. Okay, that's a second Stormforge Mystic. That makes me even more want to play this one. And get myself my batters. And yeah, so this, pass a turn. They really want to kill this now, which makes sense. But if they can't, like if they have 2 more 1-drops, then we have a batters turn. That's a stomp. So yeah, it is. But next time we have Giver plus another Stoneforge, right? So I think it was fine to... Fuck, I didn't get the Giver down. That was terrible. Oh, that was so bad. That's how you lose. Okay, I guess we go up to 2 then. Yes, I guess we have Talia. Oh, that was bad. Okay, well, loses. That's, it happens. 3 spear. Firebolt on Talia. Oh, that would have been much better. No. Fuck, it will be the second time I do the same. Oh, that was bad. Too busy talking. I guess I'm getting the sword. Protection, I guess. So we go up here, say yes. Ooh. That's very good draw, actually. So we can put the Battle Skull down, we can exile something, and we can play the Giver. So this space costs 2, right? So yeah. So we can play the Giver, and we can exile something with this, and we can get the Battle Skull down. Sounds very good. Ooh, but that was brutal not getting the Giver down. We could have a Talia right now. Fuck, man, that would be... Or of course, we would have a Talia because they would have probably firebolted the Giver. They cast this guy. Sure. So we activate this. I'm gonna get Batter Skull down. Shield. Then we're gonna activate this. Say yes. Bring vision. Kill this. And continue. Okay. Alright. Even though we misplayed. So yeah, the next turn we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pips of devotion, so we have enough mana to activate, like play this and equip it, so we will be a 6/6 and then we just win. Cool. Stormforge, man, what a card. Thing is the same sideboard strategy. Bio was good this game, but because mostly because we were on the play. Yeah, the sword is even better in this sense. And Stoneforge Mystic, there is a reason people are playing it, I guess. Yeah. I never played it before, and now I get the power, man. Wow. So basically we would have a 6/6 lifelink, vigilance, protection versus red, creature that draws a card on. Okay, this hand is also very good, even though it's on the draw. So yeah, let's go. So I'm gonna probably play on Thin Ice on whatever they cast. Just wanna get rid of them. I just like reducing the amount of damage we take. Next turn we can play Stoneforge Mystico, and we have a second Stoneforge Mystico. They probably thought we were on taxes because they didn't really see any. Well, they saw the Nykthos, I guess, which maybe makes them a bit confused. That's not the best draw in the world, but whatever. I'm gonna play Stoneforge and look for the. I guess that you put the card on the deck, so you will draw it eventually, I guess. So we get the sword, pass the turn. This gets bolted. No. Very interesting. How about me? Out of the stage? Ooh, that would be good. If they slide out of the stage and they don't find anything. Okay, Mountain Lava Dart. I guess now they can kill the Stoneforge by Lava Darting and sacrificing a land, but they seem to be low on lands, so. And then we have a second Stoneforge anyway. Which, if we draw a land, we're gonna able. Okay, so they just have a Flame Slash. Cool. So, I guess we give her and Stoneforge. Give is so good that it resists the Lava Dart. I mean, I have 2 Lava Darts, but I mean, that would mean sacrificing 2 lands. And then we'll play a second Stoneforge. We don't have an equipment, sadly, but it's okay. And then we actually have 2 Skycliffs apparitions to deal with stuff. So I have 1 Lava Dart, 4 cards in hand, no Lava Dart here. So I have another Flame Slash for the Stoneforge. They get Obosh in hand, so yeah. I guess we're just gonna play the sword because there's nothing else we can cast. And this doesn't make sense to cast, so I'm just gonna play the sword. Gonna equip it later. I'm not protecting anything, right? So might as well hit them. They could cast a Bosch, but then we can Unthinize it as well, or we can probably. Oh no, we can Skyclave Apparition it. They deal 2 damage to us, sure. Okay. That's a 3rd Skyclave Apparition. They could have waited until we use the mana to equip. Oh no, this is a sorcery, okay. So, not really. I mean, I'm just gonna save the Skyclave Apparitions for when they actually draw something. Now they could cast over. We cannot really Skyclave that. Mother on Thin Ice. Cannot cast this, we cannot cast this, so we just pass. So the best would be they play creature now. Ooh, Size and Pyromancer is not the creature I was thinking about. But yeah, you got it. They discarded Flame Slash turn. So we're just gonna Skyclave Apparition here. Kill this dude. Pass next turn if this survives, which is a bit of a tall order, I guess. But what did they do? Ah, if they just. Four mana. I'm gonna cast a Sanctity. Now we are not able to be targeted. Next turn we have oh, another one. Jesus, that's strong. I need to get this guy down soon. Oh my god! Holy shit! They're just going, man. Wow. They have 2 Lava Darts in there. Cycle Forgotten Cave. Just for 4, sure. Okay, what happens if I say do this? We had 4 mana. So we have 7 mana total. So we have 4 and 6 mana, right? So we could cast Skyclave apparition. So could we cast Skyclave first and then no we can. We could cast Skyclave apparition, exile this guy, give protection versus reds. We could also cast 2 Skyclave apparition, but that doesn't sound so good. So I think we should, right. So we do this 4. This costs 2 to equip, right? 4. We have 6 mana here. It costs 2. I got now. That's 1. We will leave this dude. They actually can double lava dart, but okay, so we pass. Are we there to anything? Hopefully not. Next turn we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did they do? Oh, they destroyed the equipment. Wow. Okay, I think we're dead here. I should have just casted the ladder score actually. Or I should just I was just dying, right? So it's good that they have found these, I guess. Gilliot and Skyclave just doesn't do it, right? So okay, in 3. I think this triple season Pyromancer the top deck was a bit too much for us, I guess. They were at 0 cards in hand at some point. So yeah. I should have one. I always forget to do this. I need to put one of these should be an Eidolon over 30 because I would bring in Eidolon versus this matchup, but I would never bring the Archon of Emilia. Sideboard. I think it's good. I think the sideboard is just good. Maybe the Maul. I think that. I mean, we just drew a bit poorly, I think, and we almost had it. Maybe if I had played, yeah, that was a bit. Opponent having a bit of a too strong draw. But yeah, on thin ice is really strong, of course. They play the thing that kills the artifact, so we need to be careful with that. Oh, this hand. So we can play Giver turn 1, turn 2 exile whatever they want, what they play. Iliad, eventually cast a sword. I mean, this hand is not bad. Like the removal spell on thin ice is like a uncounterable removal spell for them. So, I mean, they cannot deal with it. On thin ice is basically rare path to exile. Just kill it. Next turn I'm gonna get Heliod down. Or maybe not. Depends if they cast a spell. Maybe you want to hit heal. Actually, I'm just going to something nice. You. Nice. You. Just gonna. Oh no, I didn't play my land. Man, making mistakes left and right, but. Oh, that's coming back to hurt us, huh? I need 2 more devotion. Oh my god, these season pirates are just so strong. I mean, discarding 3 cards is okay. It's not the 2 cards actually. So Shattering Spree. So here's for 4. Firebolt and Lightning Bolt. So he has for 8, that's a lot. Already chiming out the top. Oof, this is a terrible draw. They have Firebolt to kill the Ballista. We actually dead on board here. We could cut Ballista for X equals 2, kill 2 of these, we're still at 6. Remember that? Ah no, we can actually cast the Leyline and make heal it a creature, I guess. And then we are hexproof, so at least this blocks, I guess, and then we bro. So they cannot bolt us. Let's just attack. Probably eat this. Nykthos will be an amazing draw here because it means we can get to with the sword. Interesting choices here. So I'll eat a Bone Crusher Giant, of course. They could, yeah. We could play both the Ballista and the Stormforge. I'm in love with doing this, but I think we have to. We need to get the Battle School. Of course, we don't attack with a 2, but we have hexproof. That's something. We dead to this, 4. Now we can block 1 and shoot the other one, right? So, of course, we can. So we can shoot here, but then we still have 2 damage to take, right? Maybe I could give lifelink. Then if I had done that, would it have been different? I lost the 5 and 0, man. So they attack with the 2 and then we kind of block them, right? Yeah, this canopy killed us. Yeah, this canopy kind of killed us here. 4 and 1. It happens. This is the worst. Of course, the worst 4 and 1 is the one you can get, the 5 and 0. But this is blocked. Overall, that felt great. I mean, felt really strong. Not too sure about the canopies or media skulls or about anything else. Nykthos seems like it's very good. I think I'd like to play a third Nykthos. Maybe cut down on a canopy. You have a lot of white sources, right? It's gonna be 5, 6, and 17, 18. So in general, I really like the deck. I think it's really powerful, really well positioned. The only thing, seems like red decks are all over the place. I would probably play not Path to Exile, but Celestial Purge. Rest in Peace has been seeming like you don't really need it at all for anything. Like I have not seen the Belcher deck or the all spells. I think Sword of Feast and Famine necessary. I also think the Damping Spheres are not necessary. I think I would rather play a yeah, Archon of Remedia is good against them. Tali is good against them. And then maybe even a third. Nah, probably this is too much. I'll probably cut the ballistas more in that matchup and bring in the celestial purges. So I'll probably cut one ballista, cut, and like maybe cut not Skyclave, but maybe Ranger Captain. Just seems a bit awkward. Yeah, and what else do we want? Maybe yeah, I'm thinking like just a bit more like a Revoker. This is, of course, we're not very good against Titan decks, so maybe like we also like an even mint sensor somewhere. It's not that we can call for it, so it's kind of a bit awkward maybe to have all these one-offs when you're not playing. Maybe the Organa Abolisher is just not necessary. I haven't played against Control, so probably. What's the plan versus Tron? But I think I guess that's why I had the Damping Spheres, right? So this could be Damping Spheres. There's no need to not. And yeah, I just think the Archon of Emeria, like the Prowess matchups, like or like matchups like we just played against the Stoic is so much better. It doesn't test the Vault. Maybe we don't need two Celestial Purses. That's the thing. Maybe we can just use one. Like, I feel like I need just a little bit more removal in some of those games. So maybe just keep it like this. I'm not sure about Maul of the Skyclave. I think it actually doesn't fit the deck at all. And I think having only two equipments is perfectly okay. I just haven't had a chance where I was like, oh yeah, I would like to find this right now and use it. So I think this doesn't really fit the rest of the deck so well. We could have the sort of Feast and Famine, but it just doesn't seem to be that strong right now. So now I'm thinking if I want to play a fourth Walking Ballista. I know I just got one, but or a third Lurus. Lurus is very strong, and we didn't really get to use it that much. But it's really, really strong. Especially if you equip it to like a sword or something. Yeah, I don't know. For now, I will just leave them all as the Skyclaves for now and see how it feels in future in one more league. But this was a 4-1, and it was really like I think this last game. I mean, we can have a. I mean, I will probably not put this in the video, or I will, and I don't know. But it just seems that okay. Game 1 we had it like very easy. Game 2. Since our opponent kind of outdrew us there, like there was some point I think I was like, okay, this hand is good, right? We just okay, we play a give it, we on thin ice this dude, right? So just to start, we don't want to deal with it. So then they play this. I'm like, okay, we play a Stoneforge. We drew Battle Skull, of course, not the best draw. So what they do here is Lava Dart us, they light up the stage, so they're pretty desperate at this point, and they find another removal for our Stoneforge, but we're like, okay, we still have it. Then they kill the Stoneforge again, and they get a Void in hand. So at this point, I'm like, okay, we got this. So I'm gonna hit them, Flame Slice, and then okay, we drew basically here. We drew a ton of removal. Maybe actually thinking about it, it could have been better to. Okay, again, this is actually the misplay I made. Maybe. So here I know, okay, their play next turn is going to be a Wash. So they're going to tap out for a Wash. So why not just play a Skyclave Aberration, not exile anything. Then they play a Wash. I on thin ice the Wash and equip this to Skyclave Aberration and start hitting them. That was actually a misplay. Yeah, so you see, even when you think you had bad luck, you actually could have been a bit smarter. Like you think, okay, now they put a Wash in hand. If they draw land, they for sure will play a Wash. If they don't draw land, we can still... You know, they need to still have a removal for Skyclave, or we just equip the sword. I was a bit too passive here, like too much waiting for them. And then what happened is just history. But yeah, here, imagine we just have we just play the Skyclave, like they play a Bosch. Next turn we on thin ice the Bosch, equip the sword. We attack for 4. They go down to 15. We draw a card. You know, at that point we just have it all, right? So we exile here, and that's kind of like, yeah, another turn we take off. And then here they start this to chain Season Pyromancers. So we draw 2 Leylands of Sanctity, which is not great. We exile these, but then they have removal for it, so they get a 3/3 in return of their 2/2. It's kind of bad. Then we're like, okay, I play a Leyline. It is good. Leyline was not bad here. Then they play another Season Pyromancer, they make 2, and they play another Season Pyromancer. So they actually top deck 3 Season Pyromancers in... They play 3 Season Pyromancers in 2 turns. But still, I think if we have had here a Skyclave Apparition at this point in time, we just have played the same. We still have a Skyclave Apparition that has a sword attached to it. Then at this point, we attack them. We kill the Season Pyromancers. So basically, they cannot get to this point where they have this massive amount of dudes to block, right? Yeah, definitely a bit too passive in that game. That cost me. And this game, last game, it seemed like I had a decent hand to deal with what they were doing, right? With that double on Thin Ice, I'm like, okay, this is not too bad. We play the Giver, kind of expecting to get removed, but just it's what happens. So we take 1 here and they play a Soul's card, so we're like, okay, I'm gonna exile both of them, easy. Here I play Bonecrusher Giant, and then here I'm like, okay, should I play Healer of the Sword? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play Healer. Of course I drew a second Healer, but then they have here again the Season Pyromancer making tokens. They attack for 4, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get the Ranger Captain, get a Ballista. That's why I'm like, okay, I think I want to cut 1 Ranger Captain on this matchup. They have a Light of the Stage, and they find the Bolt and their Fireball. Okay, this is also kind of unlucky that they found the Bolt, I guess. If they had Brick there, we basically could play Ballista and have it, yeah, we could have played a Ballista and do some stuff. But here we are, yeah, we're in the trouble. No removal to be found from us. We are playing a Leyline of Sanctity just to block, but then basically they attack with everything. They have a Season Pyromancer on here, right? So they can bring it back. So we kill this. At this point, we needed to draw, I think, if we had drawn an Auric Champion here, play Auric Champion, play Walking Ballista, triggers on the Helium, we gain a life, so we are at 3. Then we can kill 2 tokens, and then we are actually in good shape, because when they play the tokens, then we are... But it was not an Auric Champion, it was a Stormforge Mystic, so that meant that we really couldn't do it. But yeah, Auric Champion here, I think we could have won the game, because we play the Auric Champion, put counter on Ballista. So we have a 3 and we have 2 counters on Ballista. And let's say here they're either removing the Ballista and then losing to elementals, or they are like removing both elementals, or they're playing 2 elementals, giving us 2 more counters. Basically, it doesn't make sense for them to cast elementals at that point because we gain 2 life and get 2 counters. And yeah, from there on, I think basically we have a... If they probably remove the Ballista, but they lose all their tokens. And next turn, we can start, for example, pumping the Auric Champion with creatures. We could play the... I don't know what we draw afterwards. Or we never see it, right? But we can draw Auric Champion. We can... Actually, if I had played Ballista here, kill 2 tokens, then they make 2 tokens, and then they kill us, right? So there was nothing we could have done there. As long as they had a removal spell, we were dead. So let's say they kill the Ballista, but we kill tokens, and then every time they put a creature on the play, we get a bigger Auric Champion, which we give lifelink to. We attack, gain some life. We're still hexproof. Most likely, I don't know if I will like probably play. I don't even want to play a sword, or I just want to, when I draw land, play a Batterskull. And then from there it should be GG. But yeah, a bit of slightly misplaced on game 2, being too passive, cost us the game here. But as you see, red is the name of the game right now, red and black, so you gotta be prepared for it. And that's why I decided to add the Celestial Portion on the sideboard and cut down to 3 Ballistas only. And yeah, the reason is because I didn't... Basically, Stormforge Mystic is taking the spot that, for example, an Offensa would have. Then it doesn't make much sense to to have it on in the deck. So it doesn't make sense to have 4 ballistas, because ballista is only really there to combo with Heliod, right? And we have Ranger Captain that can found it. So basically we're playing 7 ballistas. I don't think we need more than that. The limiting factor a lot of times is the finding the Heliod. Anyway, that is the video, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave it a like. I'll see you in the next one.